in my own hometown. Stranger.
Howdy folks, it's John from Little John's Brewing. Here we've run through of what's going on in the brewery at the moment. I'm actually day 5 into a current experiment trial. I did do a video of it on the day, but some goose didn't check the camera before starting and I cut myself off here on all my shots. So not really exciting to watch. Such a handsome fella, you don't want to miss me. But anyway, so what I'm doing with this experiment is I've gone out and got a Fresh Wort Kit. Actually, this Fresh Wort Kit. It's Wall Brewing. They're out of Brisbane, I believe. It's one of the suburbs in Brisbane. It's called the Aussie Pale Ale. I think it's sort of a Pacific Ale kind of beer. Galaxy and Cascade for bittering. Bit of a whack of Galaxy. Dry hopped, or so they say. So what the plan was to do that, and at the same time to do an all grain version of the same thing. So to compare not fresh against the fresh, comparing that Fresh Wort Kit against actual made on the day fresh grain beer, and see what the differences are. So Fresh Wort Kit, there's 15 litres in the container. They recommend to top up with 5 litres to bring it to 20, and then to dry hop on day 7 for 2 days with 60 grams of Galaxy, and that's what I'm going to do with that. We're on day 5 at the moment. I've just taken a couple of samples off. I'm going to check the gravity on those and see how we're progressing. So it's only got the Cascade and the Galaxy for bittering to around 24 IBU. And obviously relying on that big dry hop for plenty of hop flavour. Now the all grain version I've calculated out the same, followed the same grain bill and the same bittering additions. The only difference is I have added 5 grams of Galaxy at flame out, just because I don't really need to have, you know, bottles upon bottles and bottles of the same beer. It's still going to give me an idea of what we're looking at, and I'm going to dry hop the all grain version with probably only about 30 grams instead of the 60, so that might compensate a little bit. But at the end of the day, the 2 beers have been put down. I did up a starter with a slurry from my last batch of IPA, which was a mix of M44 and USO5. I started that up, brought that up to 2 litres, done a starter. And I've broken that down equally with the other batches, because what I've done with the all grain batches, I've taken 16 litres of that and put it straight back into the cube. So essentially I've made my own Fresh Wort Kit, or you know, a no chill cube, as is popular with guys who don't want to do chillers and whatnot. And the plan is to brew that out in about 3 months' time and see how that goes. And again, see how it compares to the commercial stuff. So 16 litres went into the cube. It's left with about 9 litres, which I put into a fermenter. So obviously I split the yeast differently, but with the same cell count going into each beer. So effectively, we should have a very similar ferment as we go along. So I've taken some samples already. This is the full Fresh Wort Kit, and that's what's come off the all grain version. They're pretty close. The all grain seems to be a little bit lighter. But other than that, I don't know. So I'm going to grab a hydrometer and drop that in there and see what we're looking at. So as I said, this is the Fresh Wort Kit. Day 5, we're probably most of the way, if not all but finished with fermentation. And that looks like it's sitting probably somewhere around about 1016. Yeah, I say 1016, I don't say 1.016, so I just use the whole number, 1016. That seems to be about where we are, somewhere in that vicinity. So that's all good. So I'll get rid of that one, back in the glass. I'm going to taste that in a second. So I'll document that here in my book. So 1016, and the all-grain version. Get it in there, see how that goes. And as one would expect, it's pretty much the same place. A bit of foam there, but yeah, I'm pretty confident it's around the 1016 mark as well. So that's not too bad. I didn't mention the all grain batch did start on exactly the same grade. They both started at 1040. So probably maybe a bit lucky there, but calculations are calculations, and so it got me where I should have been. So I'm pretty happy that they both come out the same place, because that's exactly what one would expect, given they've got same starting gravity, same ingredients, same temperature, same cell count. So it's all good. Now I'm expecting this to finish somewhere around 10:08, maybe 10:10. Just depends on how the attenuation goes. Obviously 75% is going to get me 10:10. I find that generally with a good pitch of 05 or M44, I get somewhere around a 78 to 80% attenuation. Yeah, which is going to get me closer to that 10:08. So that's the Fresh Wort Kit. As you can see, it is darker. There's not a lot of hop going on there, which is to be expected when it's obviously relying on a lot on the dry hop to get at that presence. And that's the all grain. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, just a little bit more hop there. You can taste that late addition, but it's not a big presence, and it's died off pretty quickly. So I'm pretty happy with that where it is at the moment. So what I'll be doing is let this brew out. As I said, we're at day 5 now. The plan was to go day 7 and dry hop. These are currently fermenting at 18 degrees, so 2 more days and we should chew off those last couple of points. Drop a dry hop in. That's going to go in for another 2 days, or maybe 3. I think I was planning on 2 days for the dry hop. By that stage we should be well and truly done. Then cold crash it for 3 days before I bottle it. So that's going to give me a total of 11 days from start of ferment to go into the bottle. None of this is going on a keg. I haven't got a keg to put it in, even if I wanted to. We're going to put straight to bottles, and at that point I'll be proceeding with another test, another experiment, which will be carbing methods. What priming sugar to use? So I'll be priming an amount of each batch with varying priming sugars, malts, some wort, and just see what the difference are and how it tastes down the track. So this is an experiment that's going to go on for a little while yet. It's going to be a while before it's fully completed, but realistically it's about another week and these guys will go in the bottle. So yeah, another 4 weeks from now we'll be able to crack them out, have a taste and see what the difference is. I'm pretty happy with how it's going at the moment though. So I'll see you with those results in a little while. Be a few more videos between now and then. And in the meantime, good brewing.